Who's ready to leave Vault 76 and do some exploring in the wasteland? I know I am, but to get you started, I wanted to show you guys this. This is very cool. It's a very neat character building tool by Nukes and Dragons. This is so cool. What you can do basically is plot and plan your build. They even have the perk cards set up, and some of them are set up by the level, I think, based off of those gameplay event videos. And you can go in and basically, you know, say I want, you know, 2 in strength there, and then you could just unlock Gladiator, plot it in there, plan out your build somewhat. Now, this is work in progress, but it gives you an idea of what you can do even before the beta drops, before the launch of the game, and I think it's a very useful tool. I'm going to go into more details about this in just a moment and kind of build my own character. So that's going to be awesome. But we do have a brand new faction image as well. I wanted to show you guys and go over that too. But welcome back, my fellow Vault Dwellers and Wasteland Wanderers, to Open World Games. We got a lot to talk about. So let's go straight into this brand new faction. Check that out, this new image with its own little icon and everything. So what is going on? A lot of people are wondering, is there factions in this game? So this is what they posted. On October 23rd, 2077, the world was plunged into nuclear war. But what if you expected the worst and planned for? In Appalachia, a group of doomsday preppers did exactly that. Organized as the Free States, they holed up in their bunkers and survived, at least for a while. ... So, that's pretty cool. And it also indicates that we would be roaming into different types of bunkers in West Virginia, perhaps to even find gear related to this new faction, the Free States. So that's really cool to see, and it's also kind of realistic that you would expect to see these guys around as well. But I don't think, again, that we would see NPCs. I'm going to say that. You'll probably see remnants of them around as well, but I think it would have been cool to see NPCs. But a lot of these images that we've seen previously, you know, from the Brotherhood and stuff like that, a lot of these characters are wearing their Pip-Boy, indicating that this is a player character here that have stumbled upon their gear and their items and are using them. But special shout out to Chief and everyone else that wrote in and let me know about this. He says, have you guys noticed the icon images on the top left corner of each faction? I hope they do have factions in the game, but this looks awesome. Thanks for all the videos you guys do. No problem, man. Yeah, it would be really neat to have proper factions that you could join, and again, have like that icon near your name, even on the mini-map. So, hey, I want to go find fellow Brotherhood members. You could do that easily. That would be so freaking cool, wouldn't it? But yeah, I don't think that there's, this is my opinion, I don't think there's going to be factions to join out of the gates at launch. I think what they're going to do is have us responsible for kind of creating that persona and kind of creating that ourselves, though I think down the road it would be interesting for Bethesda to, of course, pursue official factions and stuff like that, where you can actually, you know, go there and choose that. But yeah, let's talk about this character builder here. This is so cool. So again, what you could do is take a look at your situation here and say, do you really want to focus on, you know, melee weapons? Again, some of this stuff would be catered towards the beginning game. So maybe you do want to focus on melee weapons at the beginning and invest in strength. But then you have perception, which focuses on VATS, building your VATS ability, endurance, which focuses on your resistances and stuff like that from radiation, which of course is going to be super important. So in the beginning, it might be wise, as you can see here, to perhaps be a jack of all trades, at least near the beginning of the game, and then further invest your skills. But right now, I'm going to kind of wing it and give an example of a build. So I'm going to put 2 in here, because I do think melee weapons might come in handy at the beginning of the game. We don't really know how scarce ammunition is going to be in this game. That's going to be interesting to see. But in the end, I want to be a character that's focused on a lot of gunplay. So hopefully it's not too rare. But another thing that's going to be super important is VATS. So you're definitely going to want to drop points in that and grab this one. VATS now targets limbs and focuses fire to gain accuracy and damage per shot. Now remember, each card can be upgraded. So you can go in here and upgrade each card. I think from the gameplay videos, from what we've seen, that's done by finding another Gladiator card, as I recall, and combining them So that's something that you can do. Now, of course, I think it's going to be super important in this game to really make sure you reduce the effects of radiation early on, just to make the experience more enjoyable. So I think I'm definitely going to go for Lead Belly right out of the gates. Now, what's nice about this system here online is you could see the cards laid out. This is, of course, up to level 5. They really don't have information beyond that. Of course, we don't have that info yet, but I'm sure that this will be improved over time. Great tool again. By the way, check out their Twitter. They have a Twitter account here, and they do mention Patreon, so if you do want to support them, do that. Check that out. So yeah, charisma, again, is going to be super important in this game because it's likely you're going to want to group up. Of course, you can solo play as well, and as I recall, there should be a card dedicated to solo play as well. I don't know if it's under here. We'll have to look. Lone Wonder, yes. When adventuring alone, take 10% less damage and gain 10% AP regen. So if that's something you want to do, let's pretend you want to just lone wolf it. You can do that with that card, and that'll help you out big time. Now, I do think that this is going to be important for me, so we're going to put some stim pack. Restore 10% more lost health right there. Boom. I really want to make sure those are really useful. And I think that's going to be also super important in PvP. I mean, imagine the guy that's stim packing is up to 40% more lost health restored. I mean, come on now. Who do you think is going to win? So, yeah, you can see how you can make a PvP build as well. But we're going to, like, kind of specialize here. Do inspirational because we will be teaming up as well. And then, as you can see, it's kind of capped at level 2. You can't really... And I don't think all cards are, of course, aren't available out of the gate. So, as you level up, of course, you're dropping in your points. It's not telling me my overall rank or level. Hopefully they can figure out a way to add that in. At least I'm not noticing from a glance here. But yeah, having that in there, action points, regenerate. So you can see we are basically a jack of all trade right now. See, all this stuff at first is super important. Like 40% chance to find extra first aid. I mean, you don't want to be walking around not finding stuff. So now we'll basically specialize a little bit more right now. So I think what we want to do here is let's pretend we level up. Where do we want to drop our points from here on out? So I don't think we're going to be interested in that. 40% chance to find extra meat when you search animal corpses. All drinks quench thirst by an additional 25%. That's going to be important. You don't want to worry about survivability stuff too much and be overwhelmed there. So we're going to drop that in there and begin really specializing that. Your chance for catching a disease is reduced by 30%. That's pretty significant. You don't want to worry about diseases as well. So you can see endurance is going to be really about making your character stronger in the game, and then we're going to drop some points into hunger as well. But moving on over, a lot of this stuff is about managing your hunger. So if you are out of workshop, boom, drop a point in there. It says, happy camper, hunger and thirst grow 40% more slowly when in a camp or in a team workshop. So let's drop that in there. Of course, we don't. That's huge. That's almost half, guys. That's absolutely huge. And then intelligence. Let's drop by intelligence, shall we? Now, I don't know how much we're going to be managing our weapons breaking in this game just yet. So I'm gonna hold off on that for now. And we're gonna go. That could be a mistake, of course. Of course, I'm just looking at this at a glance at the moment. So your build will be completely unique to your character, of course. So let me know what you guys decide to do. I really don't think on your first playthrough there's really a wrong answer for sure. Now, I really want to get to this point. Your running speed is increased by 10% when you have a pistol equipped. I usually always have a pistol on me in Fallout, so I think we will go ahead and grab that as well. And then you can gain 15 damage and energy resistance while sprinting, no power armor. So you got to consider that as well too. So this agility over here is definitely dedicated to those of you that kind of want to be quick. I enjoy being fast in the wasteland. I like getting around quickly in my open world games, just to be blunt with you guys. So let's drop by this one. So weight management is going to be super important, of course. Man, we have some choices to make, don't we? I'm seriously wondering about the lockpicking skill. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of important stuff to lockpick in this game for sure. So what we could do is we can punching attacks. See, that's something I'm not too interested in, to be blunt, at all. That's just me. You no longer take rad damage from swimming. That's huge, but I don't know what level this is. But that's something I would definitely invest in. So let's just pretend. See, this is work in progress, but at least you can kind of understand what to do. And remember, at every certain amount of levels, you will be getting those perk card packs. So you'll be getting an assortment of free cards to slot in here and plan. So that is something you can do as well. So just keep that in mind. That's going to be super helpful for experimenting. I actually really like that. I think that's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and take a look-see here, shall we? I think that's going to be super important. Gain 15% damage and... I don't know about that, though. So many choices, guys. You can see how you can kind of... what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to sort this by character builds that are kind of dedicated to melee at the beginning of the game. I think that is, again, going to be super important. And then make a character build for PvE. And then finally, I think PvP. But my overall goal, again, is, I think, survivability as well. So you can see that this character is really kind of catering towards that as well. But also, we can see here, you can gain 25% bonus for 2 minutes when a player revives you. That's pretty big as well. Chance of catching disease from creatures is reduced. Again, eating dog food now is 3 times as beneficial. Yummy. Got to go searching for dog food in the game as well. But yeah, a lot of useful stuff. Let's go to Charisma. So, yeah, I think I will grab this because we might be adventuring alone sometimes in this game just to experiment. So I think that is going to be super important, just in case if you do find yourself alone in the wasteland and the struggle is real and you want something extra to help you out. So I think that's going to be important. Now, if we do find our weapons being a pain in the butt and they're breaking often, boom, I'm getting that one. I'm grabbing that one pretty much immediately. Of course, that's going to be for melee weapons only. But you can see here down the road, your pipe weapons break 30% more slowly. I think this is going to be super important because you don't want to be managing your... So we're going to drop some points in here, managing that too much. Again, you're going to be filling a lot of this stuff up with those cards that you are grabbing from those perk card packs. But again, at least you can know what you're doing. So it's likely we've already possibly unlocked some cards through those perk card packs. But yeah, we got 30 points remaining. Got some points to spend for sure here on stuff. So let's go over to this one, and this is important. Your food and drink waste are reduced by 30%. I think that's supposed to say weight. Oh wait, it does say that, of course. Haha. All right, so we can upgrade here. Plop. And it looks like you could just upgrade kind of plot and plan up to, again, level 7, level 5, level 7 for each one. And then after that, they're going to be adding more in. So definitely save this tool in the future for sure, because it's going to be super helpful to you as well. Now, I don't know how much animal life will be, you know, hunting in this game. But since survivability is so important, food and water are something I have to manage. I think I'm going to go with it. I think I am going to go with that for sure. And I want to eventually get over here to the lock-picking skill, but again, specializing is super important as well. Let's see here. I want to see something really quick. So this is a lot of cards here. As you can see, they've revealed quite a bit related to the charisma cards. So this is cool. Squad maneuvers. A lot of stuff focused around. Also, I think this focuses around mutations, if I recall correctly. Buying and selling price at vendors are better. The effects of alcohol are doubled. Positive mutation effects are 25% stronger if teammates are mutated too. So let's pretend we grabbed this one from a perk pack previously. Let's just pretend. We're going to drop it in there. But you do have to have the available points to do that. So maybe we do. I think we should. But yeah, you can keep going, keep plotting and planning. And I think it's like every 2 levels, and then it moves every 5 levels or something like that. You get the perk card packs. I can't remember the exact amount, but we'll figure that out as time goes on. But man, holy crap, how have we not grabbed this? So Radaway removes 30% more radiation. That's going to be super important. Man, we've got to grab that because I just don't want to worry about radiation down the road. But yeah, check out the tool in the description below. Let me know what type of character you're going to be building. Are you going to be a jack of all trades? As you can see, we accidentally kind of ended up as a jack of all trades. I really wasn't paying attention to how much points you can allocate here. But you can go clear up to 15 that far. And then if you get a bobblehead or something like that, I think you can even push it further maybe for one of these. But once you are capped out, once you spend all your points, for example, you will eventually have that happen to you in game. You're probably going to wonder, what in the world do I do now? Well, you're going to still earn those perk cards and then keep slotting stuff in. But if you're real low in something, you're going to only be able to slot a certain amount of perk cards in there. So just keep that in mind. It's definitely a cool system. I actually really like it. But yeah, let's go on to some of the other responses from Pete Hines out on Twitter. Let's check this out. So he did respond about this. Rocco says, is it true that there are going to be frequent character account wipes during the beta? And Pete Hines responded saying no. So there's been some rumors and some stuff about that going around. So the answer on that is no. And then Jacqueline says, are the times going to change at all, or is every beta session going to be at the same time each day? And P. Hines says the days and times will change. That kind of concerns me. It sounds like that they're going to skip days. To me, that would be a bummer. And then Central Corn Gaming says, are the Fallout 76 beta times only suited to US times? As I live in the UK, it is currently half-term, week off school, so it can possibly stay up until 4 p.m., but after the 30th of October, I won't be able to play the beta at like 12 a.m. due to school and stuff. Good point. And P. Hines says, there will be other days of the weeks and times that will be more UK friendly. This is only the first one. Again, he's indicating days and times. So I'm curious to see if they're going to be like skipping a day here and there and then revealing the next day on Twitter. So stay tuned for that. Now it's time to go over your top comments. Let's see what you guys have to say here right now. So the Strike Commander says, why not just have a 24-hour beta? It's so dumb to set certain times. I've been waiting for months for this, and I find out that it is specific times. I better change those times daily, because otherwise I'll have to wait 4 days after the beta release to play. So you can see some of the concerns here. I get it, guys. I know. You've been waiting for the beta a long time, so I understand the frustration, so hopefully they get that ironed out. But again, if it improves the game, the launch of the game, that'd be great. So MagePunk77 says they will probably have faction-specific quests for different gear for that faction, Enclave, Raiders, Responders, and Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, that would be so cool. I think you're right. I think they'll have holotapes and stuff like that dedicated to all of the factions here. Drag this in. I forgot to put this in earlier. So, Dinner Essex says, Responders, 100% my camp will be near the hospital for less of a commute to work. Nurse Scrubs with a firefighter helm, welding a nightstick. You sound like you have a big plan and you are ready to go. As you can see, he has his avatar as the Fallout 76 beta. But yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like you're going to be dedicated to the PvE experience as you go forward. But guys, thanks so much for watching. Check out that character builder tool. Excellent job to the guys that created that, Nukes and Dragons. Really cool name, by the way. I like the name. But yeah, stay tuned here for more Fallout 76 and open world gaming goodness. And I will see you guys soon enough in the Wasteland. Take care.